Hey friend, have you had a moment where you realize you're not where you used to be, but somehow you're actually stronger than you've ever been before? That was me this morning at CrossFit. Now, I've been on a bit of a journey, not just with my health and weight loss, but with my body's strength. Over the last year, I've been recovering from a few things. My knee, for starters. Last winter, I slipped on the ice, full cartoon style, and landed hard. There was even, the ring camera video of it. I'm pretty sure I tore my meniscus. PT therapy, lots of recovery. Since then, walking, squatting, even getting up from the floor sometimes has been humbling, at the least, we'll say. Um, there's been my elbows, years of massage therapy. Being a massage therapist means I've put a lot of wear and tear on them, overuse injuries, little flare-ups that make you wonder if I should back off or just push through, maybe leave massage therapy altogether. And finally, my neck. Let's just say I got a little overconfident on the trampoline with my great niece and nephew, and I was acting like I was 16 in I'm sure it was a toddler-sized room and could still do flips. Turns out I'm 46. The room is not big enough for me, and I landed on my head. Compression injury, tightness, pain, the whole deal. Been seeing a chiropractor for that. So for months now, I have been rebuilding. I have been regenerating. I have been healing and doing the boring work, stretching, resting, strengthening, lifting light, and every time wishing I could be lifting heavy again. Scaling back movements that used to make me feel very strong and confident and accomplished. And honestly, it's been frustrating, very, very frustrating. There were days I cried after workouts because I felt so far behind where I used to be. I think, how did I lose so much progress? Or what if I never get it back? And of course, I would start thinking I should just probably quit now. It's never going to happen. I should save where I'm at least this far. Get, comfortable with being this far ahead. But this morning, something shifted. We were doing snatches, a lift that I have been intimidated by and that I love because it's explosive, it's powerful. I feel like a badass, but also one that demands perfect timing, perfect balance. And today, for the first time in a long time, I've added weight to the bar. And so, yes, I'm talking about my weight loss journey, but I want to talk to you about this lifting thing that happened today. It wasn't my old max when I put weight on that bar. It wasn't even close, but it felt amazing. And my form was better than ever because I had taken the time, since I couldn't lift weights, I had been taking the time to relearn form with just a PVC pipe or just an empty barbell. Um, my confidence, it was growing. And then the very first time I put weight on it, I fell on my butt. I went into like this epic fall. I missed a few reps. I missed a lot of reps. I was frustrated. One, I fell on my butt so loud, so epically, that I just went sliding back from the bar. It was humbling, very humbling, we'll say. I got back up, I adjusted, I tried again. I tried and tried and tried and tried and tried so many times. My great coach, he just kept taking video after video of me, cheering me on. One of them, I heard him say, I am so proud of you. And my head's like, for failing, for falling on my butt. And you know what? I eventually hit it. I hit it this morning, not once, not twice, but I went ahead and did it 4 times just to really get that feeling that it wasn't a fluke. It was more than one time, right? By the end, I was celebrating. I was celebrating how far I'd come. I was celebrating the number on the bar. I was celebrating that I didn't give up. That willingness to keep trying, even when I failed, even when it was messy, even when my body felt tired and discouraged. Failure is a hard feeling to be okay with, but that's real strength. And it hit me. This is exactly what weight loss feels like. Because when you're rebuilding healthy habits, it's just like recovering from an injury, and it can be humbling too. You start small. You do the things that feel boring or insignificant. You take a step forward, and sometimes it feels like 3 steps back. You compare where you are now to where you used to be or where you aren't even at yet. And that's where frustration creeps in. But when you focus on how far you've come, when you realize your form is better, your mindset is stronger, your trust in yourself is growing, that's when everything changes. We think success comes from perfection, but it doesn't. It comes from determination. I can tell you, determination today was my strongest, most rebellious feeling I've ever had. From showing up even when it's hard, from rebuilding your belief in yourself, because that's what I really needed was that belief in myself that I was worth the effort of the time it takes to do it, of the failures that it feels hard having, piece by piece. From knowing you're not starting over, you're starting wiser. That was a big one for me today. I felt like I was starting wiser eventually. That's what I've learned through every injury, every frustration, and yes, every failure, whether it's in the gym, in my business, or in weight loss. When I stopped focusing on being perfect and started focusing on being consistent, I realized that rebuilding doesn't mean that I'm behind. It means that I'm strong enough to start again. I'm strong enough to keep going. And that's exactly what I teach inside my 12-week weight loss success coaching program. We're just a couple days in. So if you're thinking, "Oh no, I missed it." You didn't. There's one lesson to catch up on. So I'll personally walk you through it this week and you'll be right on track. This program is for women who are tired of starting over, who want to stop all the diet drama, stop chasing the perfect plan, and finally learn how to trust themselves again. We rebuild the habits that last, the kind that actually fit your real life, not a temporary diet life. We talk about frustration and mindset, plateaus, all the stuff that actually matters when you're trying to lose weight and keep it off. Because here's the truth. You can hate yourself into success. You can't you can't hate yourself into long-term success. You're going to have to find something that's simple and sustainable. You can't bully yourself into long-term progress, but you can rebuild that trust. You can strengthen your belief in yourself, your belief in your efforts, in the habits that you're doing, and you can learn to be determined. That's what I felt today, determined, not perfect. So if you're listening to this thinking, that's me. I've been trying so hard, but I keep getting frustrated. I want you to know that doesn't mean you're failing. It means you're growing. You need the right kind of support to help you keep going. That's what I had. I had the right kind of support. I had my coach telling me along the way this morning, "I'm so proud of you." Every time I picked that bar up and fell on my butt, he'd say, "I'm so proud of you. You're getting so closer." So that's exactly what the success coaching program gives you. Structure. I can't believe I'm getting teared up about someone telling me they were proud of me for falling on my butt, but that's exactly what my program gives you for weight loss. Structure, accountability, and coaching that actually feels doable. So here's what I want you to do. If you're ready to rebuild your strength physically, mentally, emotionally, drop an emoji of any kind in my comments. If you want to chat with me more about whether this is right for you, send me a message and I'll help you figure it out personally. Or if you're ready, just join us right now at coachingkara.com/success. You're not behind. You're just one brave, imperfect, determined step away from moving forward. So here's to rebuilding. Here's to falling on your rear and getting back up again. And here's to the women who are determined, not perfect. So I will see you later.